Let's get ready. Here we go. Appreciate everybody jumping in. Start smashing those likes. Let's get the show rocking and rolling. Here we go. Give it a few seconds, everybody. Let it kick in. Here we go. I'm Blockchain Crusader, crusading through these blockchains every single day with every single one of you guys, and we are back for another market update, guys. I was wrong about 96K. I was wrong about 96K so far. So right now, Bitcoin has had a major rally above 109 yesterday. We closed a massive daily green candle above 109, and it's been spectacular for the altcoins here. And I'm going to be telling you, it's not just because Bitcoin's price has been pumping, but because finally, we're starting to see some movement of Bitcoin dominance to the downside, allowing Ethereum and many other altcoins having a massive rally. As we can see here, Ethereum is finally above 2711. If we can close a daily candle today above 2711, this is going to be the beginning of a potential good rally for Ethereum to about $3,100, guys. So let's get excited. Let's smash those likes. Let's tap those screens. Let's fill up those like meters. Let's share out the live. It's about to get wild here. So let's jump right into it. Let's just get a recap of today's price action overall. What's going on here? I didn't mean to draw that line. So Bitcoin right now obviously has been on a pullback. I'm not gonna say a dump. It's been on a pullback. Yesterday we came up to 109, came up to actually 110. We kind of just went sideways, got rejected off the daily open, slowly came back into the previous day range, and then today we've kind of just been ranging sideways, right, for the grand majority of the day here. Just ranging sideways on the. Oh, we're on the 5 minute. On the 15 minute here, just ranging sideways, and we came up to the London high. As you can see here, created a double top on the London high. When that happened, I quickly let everybody know in the Crypto Citadel, hey, Bitcoin short coming. This is the entry, right? Stop loss, take profits. We hit all of our take profits. Boom, closed on take profit 3, made $417 for the day. Let's go. Now, that was this morning in the Citadel. Outside of that right now, right, Bitcoin has been coming down. It's been hovering around this second TP area. Our third TP was down here at about 108,800. And Bitcoin just been holding up above this second TP, still front running this daily average. We're currently within the previous day range, right? This daily average is probably going to be a target at some later point today that we hit. We want to get a strong bounce off this 108. If we don't, right, this potential front running, if we don't have a bounce here off this TP, off this London low, and just start bouncing it back up a lot higher, consolidating up here and then coming down to the daily average could lead us to slip down to 107, but that's not what we want to see. So not going to say that that's what's going to happen just yet, but we need to see a strong bounce off this area, off the London low, and start pushing back higher. Currently, we're potentially trying to close here above the London low, which is perfect, right? We swept the London high at 109,864. We came down to 108,851, and then we are sweeping the London low to the upside now. So very, very good. This is going to be good potential to push us back up. Now, Bitcoin dominance. Bitcoin dominance. Look at this bad boy. Look at this bad boy melting right now. That's what we want to see. That's what we want to see, right? Obviously, when you zoom out, it's a lot less than what it looks like. But overall, Bitcoin dominance yesterday was at 64.75%. Today, it's been slipping all the way down to 64.14%, right? So a nice little decrease in Bitcoin dominance has allowed the altcoins to have a little bit of more of a rally here. Ethereum, we're going to get to Ethereum just here in just a second, has also been having a spectacular move to the upside, right? So yesterday, we had a big rally for Bitcoin. Ethereum was rallying right behind it. I was telling you guys that Ethereum was holding up very, very strong, that it was showing a lot of potential here to continue running to the upside. And that has been perfect for Bitcoin, right? WP says, let's go Uniswap. That's right, baby. We're going to cover Uniswap here, coming into those targets of $8.75 that we've been talking about in the Crypto Citadel. So Ethereum has finally gotten above the 2711 once again, as you guys can see here in the month of May, on May 29th, on May 23rd, and on May 13th and 14th, Ethereum was rejected from 2711, meaning we pierced that level and then we closed our dailies below it, right? And just massively consolidating up here. Now Ethereum is finally back above it. If we can close today, if we can close today's daily candle, which closes at 8 p.m. Eastern time today, above 2711, this is going to be spectacular for Ethereum to start running between $2,900 to $3,100 Ethereum, where we have a macro gold pocket. We have a few weekly untapped averages and MPLCs. We have a yearly pivot. And obviously, we have the value area high for Q1 is sitting at 2,900, which is going to be our first test of resistance above 2711. We get through that, and we're probably going to be running all the way up to 3,100. So very, very critical area to get back above Ethereum. Obviously, not saying that we're going to flip 3,100 on our first attempt to the upside, but once we can flip that area into support, next big targets are $3,800 to $4,000 Ethereum, which has been massive rejection for Ethereum all of 2024, right? In 2024, on March 2024, we got rejected off 4,000. In May of 2024, we front ran it by going up to 3,900. And then in December of 2024, we got rejected off $4,000 twice. And then we ended up pulling back. So getting above that 3,100 lets us run back to 4,000. Running back to 4,000 gives us one more attempt to break through that and start making a run for the all-time high. Diamond, I hope you caught that trade this morning, Diamond. I hope you caught that trade, bro. I hope you caught that trade. You know, Bitcoin was really chopping sideways for a second there, not giving us too much entries. And I kind of looked away from the chart for a second. By the time I looked back, I saw that thing just running to our London high and gave us the perfect reversal for a little short-term short there. Uniswap sitting at $8.25. Uniswap is a swing trade that we talked about in the Citadel a couple of weeks ago. If we go take a look over here at Uniswap. Zoom out here to the daily. Look at this bad boy. Look, come on now. Running. We are running on Uniswap back to that main target here of $8.75 currently. We're at $8.20. Big target here for that swing trade is at $8.75. I see WP in the chat. I appreciate everybody out here. I hope you guys are all smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Uniswap here, next big target is $8.75 to about $9.22 before running into the anchored VWAP. We do have some bigger targets for Uniswap all the way up between $12.57 to about $14.25 for Uniswap. Oops, did not mean to move that gold pocket. Let's see here. Is XRP going up soon? James wants to know. Diamond says 3,700 plus for the day. Citadel is gold. Diamond, let's go, man. Let's go. Let's go. Appreciate that, Diamond. Let's go take a look at XRP here real quick. XRP. Let's see here. XRP. Where we at? Okay, here we go. All right, so XRP has ran into our first target here of 229 yesterday. It came up to 232. Currently, we're in a little bit of a red candle on the day for XRP right now. Back down at 228, no big deal. We still have some targets between 233 to 236, but these are all very short-term, little minor targets for the month of May. What XRP really needs to do, right? What XRP really needs to do, where's my XRP label so you guys know what I'm talking about? What XRP needs to do is get above this quarterly average of $2.42. Getting above that is where the main rejection was from last time, right? Start getting above that level. We see all these wicks, right? We tried to get above 242, 242, 242, and we got rejected multiple times. We need to get above 242 to make a run above the value area high of May at our target of $2.57. That will put us in range to run for the value area high for Q1, where we have a gold pocket as well at 277. So do expect some resistance in this area. But once we can get above the Q1 value area high for XRP, next big target is $3.10 for XRP. So those are the targets right now. Now, obviously, XRP to the downside has had a lot of good support here between $2.10 to about $1.35, $1.95. Sorry, $1.95. A lot of strong support here. So meanwhile, we hold that area. Seems to be like a good entry area for a long or for some spot buying or whatever it is that you guys want to do at this point in time. Let's go take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin is pushing back up, I think. Let's go take a look at the 15-minute chart here. Yeah, still pushing back down. Damn. I thought we were going to hold that London low. We still can. We still have time on this 15-minute candle to close back above it. We will see. We will see. Appreciate everybody smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. Let me go jumping into the chat. Make sure I'm not missing anybody anywhere. What about ETH? Will it drop too or keep going towards 3,000? B-Bob, what's going on, B-Bob? Good to see you, brother. Right now, Ethereum is on the way up, right? Meanwhile, we stay above 2,700. I do believe Ethereum is going to make a run for that $2,900 to $3,100 area. Meanwhile, we can close a daily above 2,700. And obviously, Bitcoin doesn't have any major pullbacks or anything like that. Ethereum should be clearing up the runway to run. Bitcoin still going to 96K? No, guys. I was wrong about 96K. I was expecting Bitcoin, right? I can admit when I'm wrong. I had an idea. I thought something was going to happen, right? Obviously, we prepared to, take longs and take shorts as necessary, right? The overall long-term arch thesis, right, doesn't prevent me from taking day trades that are short or longs that go contrary to that trade, to that long-term thesis. So overall, we had a gold pocket here around 107,900, right? What I was expecting to see from Bitcoin is we had the big breakout from this downtrend, right, from Bitcoin that we've been downtrending since 112. We had the big breakout. I thought we were going to come up to this 107 gold pocket, get rejected, and start pulling back. And I said, well, if the gold pocket doesn't reject us, this next area of 109 should be some very strong resistance, right? We actually did get the rejection at 107 gold pocket. You see this 4-hour red candle here. We came down from 107,900 all the way down to the previous week high and found support at 106,895. You guys can see it right here in the Crypto Citadel when we took that short yesterday, 8:46 a.m. right? Entry 107,900 to 108,100 TPs, and we came to our first TP. Hit that, took profits, right? Took profits on our TP, and then it moved back up against us. But this is why you take profits. That's why you have multiple TPs to take profit in. That then obviously got invalidated as we started to push up higher and higher. Yesterday, we ended up closing above 109, which I did not expect, right? I did expect a rejection. Currently today, we're kind of getting that rejection. We're kind of just pulling back here towards our daily average. To see if we find some more support before pushing up higher. Yesterday, we had a massive rally. So a little bit of a pullback today is no big deal, just to see about between 108 to 107. Ideally, we would want to hold this 108. So right now, long story short, 96K is definitely not on the table. We're well above some major resistance levels, right? Unless this rejection that we're slightly seeing on Bitcoin right now continues to escalate to the downside, then I'm not thinking about 96,000. I'll start thinking about 96,000 once we start slipping below the 106 to the 104 area, start approaching that $100,000 area again. But for now, can't really be saying, hey, we're going to drop to 96,000 after such a major rally yesterday. LT Investor, appreciate the roses, man. Appreciate the roses. Appreciate everybody smashing those likes and just sending in those gifts. Let me make sure I jump here into the chat, see where we're at. See where we're at in the chat. I don't want to miss any chatter. Appreciate everybody watching, tapping those likes. What is going on? What it do? Let's see here. Make sure I'm not missing anybody. Rudy G says, I call little of that trade. Let's go, Rudy G. What's going on? I appreciate everybody in here tapping those likes. Zebec is crashing. I'm down a lot. Should I sell and cut my losses right now? Oof. Let's go take a look at Zebec. Zebec was one that I was warning a lot of people about. Oh, man, look at this thing. Down 12%. Bitcoin is rallying. Everything is rallying. Altcoins are rallying. And Zebec is crashing. So, yes, right now, jump down to the 1 hour. Zebec has been consolidating above this 0.0043 area, which is also the value area high. Let me jump out to the 4 hour actually. It's also the value area high of the month of May, the range for the month of May, right? I told you guys that we need to stay above this area if we want to keep pushing up, but we kept getting rejected off the 0.0052, started creating, see, we have a double top here at 0.007. I warned you guys up here that this is not the time to FOMO into this project, that there would be a pullback. We pulled all the way back to 0.403. We've been holding this area as support for a couple of days. I was like, okay, maybe we can get back above 0.0052. We'll start making a higher high here and start running for our target of 0.006. But lower high. Once again, still, you can only bounce on support for so long before that support breaks. Now that 0.0043 is breaking, our targets to the downside are 0.0036. We're currently at 0.0038. So first target here is 0.0036. Gold pocket is down at 0.0032. So be very careful of that. That's still another drop of about, from where we're at to the first target is another 5.46%. To the gold pocket is another 16.5%. But it doesn't need to stop there. Targets below that are, the next target below that is 0.0028, which is a weekly untapped point of control. That's another 25.6% down. And the overall target for the month of May, right? Because now we're technically inside the range for May. The main target is its monthly point of control, which is down at 0.0018, which is 52.46% more of a drop from where we're currently at right now. Not trying to scare anybody, but those are just the targets. That's just the reality. I told everybody that, hey, first off, don't FOMO. Don't chase projects. Don't think just because you're being, the narrative that's being spun out there is that this thing's going to take over the world global payroll system, yada, yada, diamond hands, baby. It's going to go to $1. It's going to go $10. Means it's a good idea to buy it after it rallied 500% in 30 days, guys. In 30 days. Look at this. I'm going to show you guys what I'm talking about here so you guys can learn, and hopefully this doesn't happen to you again in a future instance. So from the April 30th, right? April 30th, we were down at 0.0011. From April 30th to May 30th, when we came up to this top, we rallied 519%. 519% in 30 days. And you think you weren't going to have a retracement? You think that if you were buying up here, this thing wasn't going to pull back? You think people that took that rally all the way up there didn't take profits? Of course they do. They always do. They tell you they won't, but they always do. And it's not just people that are talking online, but I'm just saying in general, there's massive amounts of players that could have gotten into this that don't have social media, that are not talking about it. There are major whales that are going to be taking profits. The markets are a PvP system, meaning player versus player. Everybody puts money in. Not everybody's going to take money out. Not everybody's going to make profits. For people to make profits and make money, others need to lose. So it's all about who's going to get in and who's going to get out with the most money, right? And this is why you need to take profits. This is why you can't chase FOMO. This is why you can't chase massive rallies and green candles, because you're going to get wrecked. You're going to get wrecked. Not saying that Zebec is going to crash to zero and it's never going to come back up. I don't know anything about Zebec as a fundamental project. I don't know anything about it besides the fact of the little videos I've seen from the XRP army talking about, taking over the payroll system, yada, yada, yada. I don't believe any of that. I don't care about any of that, right? I just started talking about Zebec because everybody in the chat kept asking me about it when it was up at basically over half a penny. And everybody was asking if it was going to go to $1. Yeah, one versus one. Exactly, dude. If you're not taking profits and you're not selling, someone else is and somebody else will, and that's how they make money and that's how you lose. That's just the way the game cookie crumbles. Hi, bro. What's going on, man? Just bought into AXL yesterday. I'm so happy I did. Let's go take a look at AXL here real quick. Oh, what's going on with my camera? Give me a second here. Let me fix this. Come on now. All right, here we go. We should be good now. All right. Let's go take a look at AXL. AXL is up 63% on a day. Let's go, bro. Dude, why didn't you why didn't you let us know, bro? Why didn't you give us that alpha, that insider scoop, man? You need to let us know, bro. This thing is up 63%. What the heck is making this thing pump? 63%. It's currently a $506 million market cap, so it is a low market cap project. It was literally flat as it can be for a good amount of time, sitting around 30 cents here. And boom, just a major rally to 60 cents, up 63% today. Let's go, man. That's awesome. How did you find out about Insider Scoop? What? I'm trying to ask somebody else how they got that inside scoop on AXL, pumping 63% in one day. Look at this Aerodrome up 16.5%. Let's go, Aerodrome. IOS up 27.8%. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, man. Bitcoin dominance is starting to slip. And as we tapped our daily average, guys. We tapped our daily average for Bitcoin. Let's go. That's very bullish. We need to get a nice little move to the upside here. I'm actually might be taking a little bit of a long here. Give me a second here. Let me set this thing up. I don't want to miss this. I don't want to miss out on this. Come on, log me in, baby. Come on. Oh, snap. Give me a second. Trying to see if I can log into my account fast enough. Oh, no. I'm having issues logging in, of course. Of course. Yeah. Come on. Let me get into this trade. What the heck's my password? Oh, okay. I was just using the wrong password. Come on. Don't you just hate when that happens? You're trying to enter a password and it's the wrong password and you're just like, come on, man, come on. Okay. All right, let's see here. Come on. All right, let's see if we can build some support here. If we can get some support here, I might take a little bit of a long here off this daily average. Just might. Let's see here. Not posting a signal. This is a little bit of a high risk trade. This is definitely not a great entry here. But if we can see some big support coming in, some big buying pressure, then it would definitely be something interesting for sure. All right, currently open interest is dropping as price is dropping, which is obviously a little bit of a weak move here. Nothing to be worried about. IOS made me money. Let's go, Rudy G. What trade is that? I'm just looking to see if we get a strong bounce off the daily average. Right now, we're dropping right through it, but obviously it's not a good entry to go short either. The entry for the short was that London high this morning. So we got in, we got out, we made our money. Open interest seems to be wanting to start picking up here. We'll definitely keep an eye on this. Maybe we'll jump into a trade live here if it presents itself. Minute, 5 minute. Don't want to catch a falling knife unless you're shorting. Obviously, then you definitely want to catch it. But yeah, it looks like we might just want to be dropping higher here. If we can't close above this daily average, then we could be dropping lower. Next big target to the downside would be this 107. Actually, let me find the gold pocket from yesterday. That'd be a nice little support zone. Let's get these lows from yesterday to the high. Boom. Okay. We have the 382. 382 right where we're at. Oh, gosh. Didn't mean to move that. We have the 382 right where we're at. If we can close above that 382 to that daily average, we could find some support. If not, the gold pocket is all the way down at 107,200. Which is even lower than the daily NPLC of 107,750 for Bitcoin. But we'll see here. If we can find some support here, I'll take a little short. I'll take a little bit long. Sorry, I'll take a short long here. Bitcoin USD, what's going on? Appreciate everybody jumping in here. We're trying to see if I can scoop out a trade here live, if it permits. All right, we're trying to see a little bit of support here, a little bit of support here. Things are a little bit oversold, but I'm not yet convinced. Not yet convinced. I'll take a little bit of a long here, just to wet my beak. Keep a very small, tight
order filled.
Tight stop loss here. Not a great entry. Definitely don't recommend it. But we'll see here. Just keeping a very tight stop, so could definitely get stopped out. Very tight stop nonetheless. Just to see what happens. Just to see if we get a little bit of a bounce today. We might not. We might just continue pushing all the way down. This is definitely not the entry you want to see. We still have 9 minutes on this candle here. But I just wanted to jump in just to get a little bit of price action. No big deal. Very small, tight stop loss of $150 if I lose. But we can see here we can rally back up to this TP1. Make a nice little $900. We'll see. Like I said, terrible entry. Don't follow me on this trade. This is a terrible, terrible entry. Maybe it becomes a better entry in the next 8 minutes as we close it out. But for now, how does it feel to get it completely wrong? Oh my gosh, it feels like no big deal, guys. Everybody's making a big deal about, like, all the haters are coming out of the woodwork. Oh, Crusader, you were wrong about 96,000. Who cares? My bags are pumping, bro. My bags are pumping. Oh my gosh, I'm heartbroken. I'm heartbroken. My thesis was wrong. Oh my gosh, this must be the first time in history ever that somebody was wrong, that somebody had an idea and they were wrong. Oh my gosh, my feelings broken. I can't take it. I can't take the shame. Guys, you're ridiculous. Crypto at trading, reading charts is all about analyzing data. Things change, and as new data comes in, you need to be able to adapt and change your mind. The people that don't change their mind and just get stuck at, we're still dumping to 96, guys. We're still going to dump to 96 no matter what happens. Bitcoin's at 120. We're going down to 96. Those are the people that are a problem. I was wrong. I thought we were going to go up to 107, get rejected, 107, 109, get rejected, and push back down. We haven't really seen that. We didn't get pulled. We didn't get the rejection on the gold pocket like we wanted to. We took the short. We made money. It bounced back up. Okay. Gold pocket got invalidated. Kept going. Closed above 109. Okay. Bitcoin's pumping. My altcoin bags are pumping. Like, why would I be upset about being wrong about that? It's fantastic. It's fantastic. Okay. This entry is getting a little bit better here now. We still got 6 minutes on it, right? It can still go against us. This is definitely not yet like solid for sure. Gonna pump city, But we got 6 minutes. If we can close this 15-minute candle above this daily average, start moving up higher, we could get a little bit of a rally here. Currently up $126. Okay, let's go. Not bad. Let's get it. But like I said, very tight stop here. This is a terrible entry right now. We have not have any confirmation of a bounce coming. So we need to be most likely here. This trade is going to go against us and push lower. I'll be very surprised if it goes higher. But, those are the risks. Those are the odds, right? You want to catch those movements. So we'll see here. Appreciate everybody jumping in. Is Zebec going higher or is it going to dump more? Tita, yeah, we were just talking about Zebec earlier. Zebec depends on how it closes out today. But right now, we are below the support that was holding us up. See here on the daily, look how many days. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Practically a whole week, we were holding 0.0043 as support for Zebec. And we were holding that area. We were trying to continue to push back up, but we kept making lower highs, kept getting rejected. Now we have fallen back into the May range. If we close this daily inside the May range, then it has a bigger chance of it continuing to rotate the May range for Zebec to the downside. And the first big target is 0.0036. Then we got the gold pocket at 0.0032. Then we have the weekly MPOC down at 0.0028. And then we have the main target for the entire month of May overall, the monthly naked point of control down at 0.0018. Not saying that we're going to go all the way down there, just saying that the more time we spend inside this range, right, the more likely these targets become a reality, especially since we do not have a lot of volume up here at this upper part of the May range, as we had a very explosive price action to the upside very quickly. We do not have a lot of volume here, which could let the price slide a little bit down here, which is not great. This is not what you want to see. We still got 4 minutes on this 15-minute candle. See if we can get a little bit of a push to the upside here. Like I said, this is a terrible entry. We need to close above this daily average. If not, this thing's going to keep dropping like it's hot. That's why we're having a very tight stop. Because we don't want to leave ourselves open for a major dump. Bitcoin update today, Crusader. Good morning. What's going on, Ganja baby? Let's see here. So Bitcoin overall today, as you guys can see here, right? Yesterday we had a major rally. All of yesterday we rallied all the way up to 110. Got rejected off the daily open during the Asia trading session. London trading session, we were just kind of between 109 and 109,800. As the stock market began to open this morning, we came back up towards the London high to retest it, see if we could break through that and continue rallying up. We actually swept it. As you can see here, we had a wick right through it, and then we closed below it. That was the reversal signal for, hey, this thing is going to continue. This thing is going to pull back, right? Quickly in the oops, did not mean to do that. In the Crypto Citadel, we took that short this morning, right, at 9:30 a.m., right, as the stock market was opening. We took that short, and bing, bam, boom, right? We hit all our TPs within the first 30 minutes before 10 a.m. We came down, and now we are down at the daily average here of 108,754. We're currently a little bit below that. If this area here between this 382 fib at 108,651 to 108,754 does not hold, and we don't start to close some 15-minute candles above it, we are probably going to continue sliding down here to about 107,745 for Bitcoin. So we will see if we can get a little bit of a bounce here. If not, where this thing is heading lower. Appreciate everybody smashing those likes. Appreciate everybody. Did the CPI report come out today? I don't even know. I don't even pay attention to those things. I honestly don't know. Just stop throwing out predictions when you don't know. Oh, okay. So let's just all stay mute. That's gonna figure out. That's gonna really help people out, right? That's really gonna help people out. That's really, when you're analyzing data and you have an idea, let's just not share it. Let's not share it, because all scientific advancement in the entire world hasn't come out from ideas that have been analyzed by data. And it's like, hey, we think this might be happening. let's look into it. Let's continue to follow along. Oh, look, this idea was correct. Or, oh man, we were wrong. That idea wasn't correct. Here's the evidence why we were wrong. That's how all investment works. Yet yes, just everybody stay mute. Nobody share data. Oh, we're dropping lower here. Got stopped out already. Oh, not yet, but I'm about to get stopped out. That's perfectly fine. We're going to continue dropping here on this, and it's okay. That's just the way the cookie crumbles. This is why you don't take these high risk trades on these terrible entries, because right now we're just pulling it down. We still got a minute. Maybe we'll get a bounce, but I highly doubt that at this point in time. Let's see here. Appreciate everybody joining in here. Crusader, what do you think about banks buying Bitcoin? Yeah, I definitely think that at some point in time, banks are going to be buying Bitcoin. We're getting all the regulation that we currently need for Bitcoin, right, to continue pushing to the upside. We're seeing the regulations coming in that, hey, banks can start holding Bitcoin. Banks can start doing loans in Bitcoin. Banks can start doing a lot more adoption, right? The adoption curve into Bitcoin is fantastic right now, and it's going to get even better throughout the next couple of years as all these major institutions start building game plans on how to start utilizing Bitcoin to their benefit, right? We're talking about banks, we're talking about credit lenders, we're talking about mortgages, we're talking about all this stuff, right, that is not currently just available right now because it takes time for the traditional system to adapt to this new system. So Bitcoin is going to be everywhere. Everyone's going to be holding Bitcoin. Every institution, every hedge fund, every bank, at some point or another, is going to be holding Bitcoin. Why wouldn't they? They have tons of cash reserves, and they're not going to be holding on to the greatest performing asset for the long term. So, of course, that just makes no sense. Yeah, we got stopped out of that trade. Fantastic. This is why we keep short. We should keep short stop losses to make sure we don't get caught in this big drop. This thing's going to potentially be dropping a lot lower. Crusader, why don't you just go short right now? Well, because this is a terrible entry to go short, right? This is not the entry to go short. You want to see a little bit of a retest. Maybe we retest the daily average back to the upside and get rejected again. Then I will probably maybe take a short. But overall, you don't want to be shorting just because things are going down, guys. It's all about risk management. And that's just not a great entry. This is why you don't take these trades on these terrible entries. This is why in the Crypto Citadel, I always make sure that I'm looking for the most optimal entries to be posting in there. I don't just take willy-nilly trades like I just did right now just for the fun of it. I make sure that we're looking at optimal trades. Good evening from the Netherlands. Good to see you, man. Don't stop, bro. I love all your analysis. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Let's let's go take a look here. See, we're not missing anything else in any other chat anywhere. What's going on, everybody? Appreciate it, you guys. It's just probabilities. Yeah, 100%. Analysis is all about probabilities. I've been wrong for 25 years. I still make money. Let's go, WP. That's what I'm talking about. The probabilities were leaning more towards 96K, but it didn't play out. Who cares? Exactly, 100%. I'm glad you guys understand. GM. Jeez Louise. So many haters, man. So many haters. Make sure I'm not missing anybody else in this other chat down here. Will XRP go down to 205 soon? I don't know about soon, but it's definitely still a target to the downside if XRP pulls back and it enters that area. It front ran it twice already, right? XRP front ran 205 two times, once by like 3 pennies, by 3 cents, and then the other time by like literally like 1 penny. Where do you see Bitcoin heading right now? Well, right now, staying below this daily average, most likely we're going to be, oh gosh, I didn't mean to move that gold pocket. We're probably going to be pulling down to 107, right? Maybe down to this gold pocket if we continue pulling back here and don't find some support. So we'll have to see here. Overall, we did have a decent rejection here off the London high. We had a big rally yesterday, so I'm not surprised that, we're pulling back a little bit. Bitcoin dominance is also pulling back a little bit, which allows the altcoins to run. The big highlight here is Ethereum. Ethereum today needs to close above 2711. Closing above 2711 is critical for Ethereum, right? We have not closed a single daily candle above this area since back in February of 2025 before we had the big collapse, right? So we got rejected off 27.11 multiple times throughout the month of May. This is the entire range for May. Got rejected multiple times. If we can close above 27.11 today for Ethereum, we're going to have a nice rally to the upside. Why is my camera on the fritz? Like, come on, man. Let me fix this here real quick. Oh, great. Now it just stopped working. Fantastic. Now there's just no camera working. Now I'm just a ghost. That's awesome. Jeez Louise, this thing's literally having an episode. All right, no more camera. Yesterday I had no internet. Today I have no camera. That's fantastic. Just closed my IOs at 100% in profit. Let's go. Consider I long ETH from 2,500 to 2,700, 25x yesterday. Let's go. Let's go. That's fantastic. That's a fantastic, fantastic trade. That's fantastic, man. Let's go take a look at Bitcoin. Bitcoin just chilling. Appreciate all of you guys hanging out here. Appreciate all of you guys hitting those subscribes. Gosh, my phone is dying too. Appreciate the gifts, Gloria. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right, Bitcoin's trying to make a little bit of a push to the upside now. Here on the 15 minute. I mean, we are definitely oversold. We definitely want to see a little bit of a push to the upside. I was just looking for my stop, let me tell you. It just looked for my stop. We're all right, we stopped them out. Now we're gonna pump it. Now we're gonna pump it. Nah, just kidding, guys. These are terrible entries. This is not where you want to be finding an entry for a trade. Doesn't matter if it pumps from 1084 all the way back up to 109. This is just not a good entry, not good risk management. Let me see if my camera starts working now. All right, we're back. Camera is working again. Awesome possum. All right, Bitcoin's pushing back up here. Got a few other altcoins that are all rallying. Obviously, we got Brett up 9.5%. We got this AXL up 66% today. Let's go. Let's see what some gainers are on the top 300. Got Nero up 16%. Actually, what else we got around here? Gloria, thank you for the roses. Greatly appreciate it. Sushi up 12% today. Let's go, Sushi. Nothing else that sticks out to me that seems familiar. Let's see in the top 400 what we got. Top 400, where we at? Where are we at? Let's see where Axon Dow is. I haven't checked on this in a while. Axon Dow up 14% today. Okay, very nice. Micro cap here, up 14%, up 22% on the week. Let's go. What else is around here? Velodrome, 6.1%. There's another one. Where is it? Appreciate all the gifts, guys. Appreciate everybody smashing those likes. Let's see, where'd it go? There's another. Cock-a-doodle-doo, good old AVAX meme coin, $45 million market cap. Wolf, 47 million. A lot of those just kind of sitting there, going sideways at this point in time because everybody wants that 100x. All right, let's get back to the top 100 here. Pengu, Pudgy Penguins up 10.8% today. We got Maker up 17.9%. I'm telling you guys, look at this. I want you guys to focus on this and pay attention. The 5 Ethereum altcoins that I talked to you guys about are some of the ones that are pumping the most because of Ethereum, right? Ethereum is up 7.8% today. Pando is up 6.3%, one of the lower performing ones. We have Lido up 11.7% today. We have Maker up 17.6% today. We've got Aave up 18% today. And we've got Uniswap up 24.5% today. Those are the 5 big altcoins for Ethereum's ecosystem that I said that as Ethereum pumps are going to be rallying, and there they are, right? Pendle is literally the least performing one right now, but it's actually been one of the ones that has been holding up a lot better than most. But overall, Pendle, Lido, Uniswap, Aave, Maker, bing, bang, boom. So appreciate everybody jumping in here. Have crypto bubbles floating. Yeah. So yeah, those are the 5 big Ethereum projects that I continue to tell you, everybody, that it's going to have a major rally as big as Ethereum continues to rally. And if Ethereum really starts to skyrocket above 3,100, running back towards that $4,000, and we see a new all-time high for Ethereum, those 5 cryptos are going to be right behind it, just massively moving. Because you guys need to understand that those 5 cryptos, 4 of them are DeFi, 1 of them is a decentralized exchange for Uniswap. As Ethereum continues to pump, the whales are going to collateralize their Ethereum. They're not just going to dump the Ethereum. They're going to collateralize it, right? Take out loans against it, use that money to then either earn APY on it or go buy more altcoins during an altcoin season to make more money. And eventually with those profits, they're going to pay back all their loans, get their Ethereum back. Ethereum continues to run, right? They can even be collateralizing their Ethereum just so they can buy more Ethereum. They can do that as well. And what does that do? That pushes a lot of money into DeFi. Those DeFi platforms on Ethereum are going to appreciate in value. And then all the transactions are going through Uniswap, right? All the liquidity pools, all the things are happening on Uniswap, and Uniswap's price goes up, 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 up in a way. It's just basic whale Ethereum math. Appreciate everybody jumping in here. Make sure I'm not missing anybody in the chat. Let me go take a look. Yeah, everybody's good. We're all here. Good to see it. Good to see it. All right. Let's see here. XR made 100% today. Nice. That's very nice. Bitcoin still fighting this little area here, not knowing what it's going to do, most likely heading down to the daily NPLC. We will see. But Ethereum needs to close above 2,700, man. Poorhouse Pottery wants to know about Hbar. Let's go take a look at Hbar's chart here. Hbar back in this resistance zone here between 17 cents and 18.5 cents. We need to get above 18.5 to run to about basically 20 cents, which is the point of control, the naked point of control for the month of May. Once Hbar can get above 21 cents, we'll be back above the value area high of May. And then our targets to the upside are between 23 to 24 cents. Above that, we have major resistance between 26 to about 29-ish area of for Hbar. Once we can get out of the Q1 range, which is above 30 cents, we have targets between 31 to 33. And then after that, we have the December highs of 39 cents. So we'll see here if Hbar can hold. Let's see. Guys, I appreciate every single one of you guys in here, smashing those likes, hitting that subscribe. I'm going to be jumping off here, going to be go work on my new indicator. I'm working on programming a new indicator. So appreciate every single one of you guys. I'm going to go work on that, go continue to update the Crypto Citadel as the day moves on. So if you guys aren't in there, definitely go do so and join. The link is down below or in my profile. I appreciate and love every single one of you guys for hanging out with me. Until next time, guys, I'll see you in the Crypto Citadel.